It must be so difficult to be the parent of a child who has a concussion or who you think might have a concussion. Concussions are largely invisible, but you as a parent looking at your child knows that while they don't have a broken arm that's dangling, there is something that is off. There is something that is just not quite right. Today we are going to talk about kids and concussions. My name is Larissa, and 4 years ago I was in a car accident and I have a brain injury, and today I'm going to share the first steps that I would take if I or my child had a concussion or if I suspected that they had a concussion. The first thing I would do would be to make a doctor's appointment with my child's pediatrician or family doctor, because there's only so much information we can glean from the internet. The information in this video and on my channel is based on personal experience. I am not a doctor and I'm not offering medical advice. Your first point of contact should be your family doctor. Also, never disregard what your family doctor says because of something you see on a video like this or anywhere else on YouTube. Trust your medical team. You can take this information and use it as a springboard to ask them questions, but your doctor should be the one spearheading your child's recovery. Now, the reason that I would connect with my family doctor first is because in my experience, my family doctor was my point person for referrals, for medical testing, for prescriptions. Also, she had an overview. She kept track of everything that's happened over the last 4 years. So if your child's concussion does end up taking a little longer to heal, you'll have a record of who they've seen, what drugs they've taken. Your family doctor is the keeper of all information. In addition to visiting your family doctor, I highly recommend seeking out specialists who focus on concussion recovery with children. These specialists might include neuropsychologists who specialize in emotional well-being and assessing cognitive function, a chiropractor or a physiotherapist who specializes in neurological rehabilitation. So if your child is dizzy, if they're wobbly, a chiropractor or a physiotherapist might be able to help. Occupational therapists can help if your child is struggling with everyday tasks like getting dressed or motor skills. Vision therapy can be an important tool if your child has headaches or light sensitivity or issues with depth perception. They keep on missing when they try to grab a glass of milk and they knock it over. That might be a sign that vision therapy would be beneficial. For a detailed overview of what vision therapy is and how it can help, click the link and check out my interview with the vision therapy doctor who really helped with my rehabilitation. We will be dedicating an entire episode to finding child-friendly healthcare providers, so make sure you subscribe if you're interested in more information. You might be noticing that your child seems off, but you're looking for more concrete definitions. There's actually research that suggests that concussion symptoms show up differently in boys versus girls. And we know that concussion symptoms vary from person to person. Severity differs from person to person, so it can be really tricky for you. While each child is unique, studies suggest that girls are more susceptible to emotional symptoms like mood swings or sadness, versus boys who are more susceptible to physical symptoms like headaches or dizziness. I'm going to link a study by the Journal of the American Medical Association below, and it talks about how girls are more likely to present with dizziness and light sensitivity, while boys are going to show more immediate problems with balance and mobility issues. These differences might help you to understand your child's symptoms a little bit better. That being said, it can help with diagnosing and with referrals if you track your symptoms. If it's easier for you, you can just jot things down in a notepad, or you can download our free symptom tracker. It's a PDF. We will link it below. You can access it from the concussioncrew.com website, and it makes tracking symptoms a lot easier. It can get confusing and overwhelming trying to track what the symptoms are, what their severity is, how often they happen, what it's like on a day-to-day basis, which are questions that your doctor and medical team are going to ask. As an adult with a concussion, it's hard to keep track of these things, and the brain fog made it really difficult to rate these things on a scale from 1 to 10. I still find that difficult right now. Children are going to have even more difficulty with that. So the symptom tracker has emojis and colors, and you can talk with your child and say to them which of these emoji faces resonates with you, or you can go through and look at the colors. Was today a green day, a good day? Was it a yellow day where I slowed down a bit, my head hurt, but I still did things? Was it an orange day where I had a headache and I didn't really feel like playing? Was it a red day where I had a bad headache and I had to come home? So once you look at those, you can put a number to them. We've chosen 1, 4, 7, and 10. So if your child says that, oh yeah, it was orange, I had a headache and I didn't go out for recess, then you can write a 7 in there. And remember that this 1 to 10 business, it's not an exact science. The tracker includes common symptoms like dizziness, headache, sensitivity to sound and light, but it also leaves blank spaces for you to add in whatever symptoms are applicable for you and your family. And you can just cross out the stuff that is not applicable. We all know that you can't just snap your fingers and get in to see a medical professional right away, especially when it comes to specialists. Some things that I would recommend to help ease symptoms before you go see medical professionals, but this is not in place of seeing those medical professionals. This is just because I know that there's a wait for a lot of people. So a few tools that might be helpful are, if your child is light sensitive, this one sounds obvious, but it might not be. Just sunglasses, baseball cap, even indoors, even in school. If your child is having headaches and the lights hurt their eyes, protect their eyes from the light. If your child is using the computer, a pair of the blue light blocking glasses. We get them for grown-ups, and sometimes you forget about kids. If you have a preteen or a teenager, they may flatly refuse to wear those at school, which is fine, but at least if they're using it at home for their homework, it's going to help them out some. If your child's ears are sound sensitive, if they're getting headaches because of sound, you can grab loop earplugs, which can help kill the background noise but still allow them to have conversations. If your child is younger or has small and dainty ear canals, I use the Huggies Alpine earplugs. They kill some of the background noise and still allow you to have a conversation, but they are smaller in diameter and they're made of a softer silicone, so they're gentler on the ears. If your child is having a lot of headaches or neck pain, I love my ice packs. I have 2 migraine hats, so one goes in the freezer and one goes on my head. And then when I take that one out of the freezer, the second one goes right in. By swapping them out and keeping an ice hat in the freezer at all times, I am ready to go and always have an ice pack ready. Same thing for my neck and back ice packs. I have a thin and long ice pack that I lie down on, and it chills my back. It actually has Velcro straps so that I can fasten it on. And again, I have two of those. One goes into the freezer, one comes out of the freezer, so that I've always got one ready just in case. I'm going to link to all these things below. You can find them usually at your local CVS, at Walmart. I'm going to link them on Amazon below. I do get a small commission off some of these things, but it costs you nothing, and I really appreciate it. If your child is struggling with anxiety or trouble sleeping, or if they say that they feel kind of floaty, I felt like I was just off a cruise ship. I felt kind of like everything was moving at all times. And I've got weighted blankets, which I love, and this is Steve. He's my weighted stuffy. And having a weighted blanket or a weighted stuffed animal kind of putting pressure and grounding you can really help to calm your whole nervous system. So I recommend Steve highly. He's my friend. When someone has a concussion, even simple decisions can be really difficult. It's called decision fatigue, and it can show up in day-to-day activities like choosing what to wear, choosing which subject's homework you're going to do first, choosing what to drink with dinner. To ease some of the cognitive load for your child, maybe offer them suggestions of what to wear or limit their choices. Say, would you like to wear the red shirt or the blue shirt today? By not making them go into their whole closet or through their drawers and make decisions, you're going to ease some of the cognitive load and make it a little bit easier to recover. And I say offer them choices like, would you like water or milk with dinner? Would you like apple juice or milk? Would you like shirt A or shirt B? Because kids still want some sense of autonomy. They want some control over their choices and their life. So it's finding that balance. It's titrating between making choices for them and allowing them to feel in control of themselves. If you are like me and you don't know much about concussions going into this, we've got you covered. We have a playlist called Concussions 101, and it has basic information, terminology, healthcare providers, common myths, that sort of thing, all in one place. And we will link that at the end of this video so you can find the resources you need in one easy location. If there's a specific topic that would be helpful to you and your family, drop a comment below, let us know, and hopefully we can provide some support. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am sorry that you are going through this, but children are resilient. It's scary, but you can get through this, and you are not alone in your concussion journey.